Good day and welcome to your daily dose of Darcy on this day of January 2nd, 2019. I lost where I was. How are you guys today? I'm doing awesome and is away for the better part of the day. So I am taking this opportunity to edit. Although I'm not doing much editing. I forgot how long this process takes. I'm still in the process of organizing my media. And that's because it's on multiple cards. Normally it doesn't take that long, but because it's on multiple cards, it's taking me a lot longer. I use Avid Media Composer, which is something I use because when it comes down to editing, I'm very much more comfortable with it than anything else. I've been using it for 8 or 9 years. The key to good editing is kind of organizing your footage and understanding what you have available to you. Normally when I shoot these things, I try and have a focus when I'm talking to you guys so that when I'm editing it's just sequential. Which it doesn't always have to be that way, it's just that's the way I prefer to do it. When I do these videos for you guys, one of the ways that I save time is usually when I go to do a clip, I have an idea of what I want to say. It makes it easier when you edit because usually it's mostly sequential, which is, it's not how you have to do it, it's just how I prefer to do it. When I was taught to edit, I was taught in an environment where when you made an edit, you had to commit to it. If you didn't commit to it, you had to redo everything. It takes me a little bit longer sometimes, but when I get into a rhythm, I can cut really quickly. I can do what's called a rough cut pretty quick. Because what I'm listening for is different points to cut together. I'm just about to start getting ready to cut everything together. It's taking me almost 3 hours and 50 minutes just to organize my clips. So everything that I'm doing is to build up a story, and that's what I'm about to start right now. On average, when I do it and I'm in the rhythm, I'll do something like this probably in about 2 hours. I'm going to try a couple of different techniques. Usually what I do is go through each clip and shape that clip, but in this case I'm going to drop all of my clips on the timeline and just essentially cut away the bad spots. So let's see how I can do.
Hi honey, I'm home.
And came back.
Hello.
Do we have to go do other things?
Well, if we're putting the dishwasher in, it would help if we had dishwasher washing stuff.
Oh, what? We can't use dish detergent in the dishwasher?
Do you want a bubble room?
That sounds like fun.
Well, it would be fun, but then cleaning it would be not fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we could vlog it. It would be fun. We have to do it for the vlog.
No.
Alright. She said no.
Oh.
Okay, well
we can make a bubble sink. And then swirl around dishes with the brush and stuff. It's a fun game. Honest.
That sounds sneaky. That sounds like you're trying to get me to do the dishes.
No.
Are you sure?
Why would I do that to you? You're so SMRT.
Oh. By the way, we are both tired. We did not get enough sleep last night.
And I've been out all day with Mom.
And then you've been out, and now I'm going to drag you out some more.
Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed myself today with Mom.
Okay, so we're going to get back to this, and then we're going to get out of here. I think it's awesome that Anne's kind of taken an interest to this. And when she asked me if she could learn, I started teaching her right then. And it's fine because it helps her understand when we're doing stuff, why we're doing certain things, and it will also help her to create more of her own things because she has stuff that she wants me to edit, but I think I will probably turn her loose on some of her own stuff.
I'm right here.
But I'm talking to them. I know you're right there.
Oh, but you're looking at me. There's a camera in the way.
No, that's the audience.
Oh.
Say hi to the audience.
That's weird.
Random hand.
I am the audience. That's random hand.
Oh boy.
Random hand.
Kid. So as you guys might have guessed.
I threatened to do random hand.
You what?
I threatened to do random hand, but I didn't, so you instead lying to. Yes, man. Stop it. I love you. Oh, shit. Oh, man.
This is what happened. This is what happens to Anne when she's overtired.
Stop it.
Are you crying yet?
Oh, okay.
So as you can see, we didn't get into the dishwasher again today, and that's simply because when Anne came through the door, I didn't even realize what time it was. I happened to look at the clock when you walked through the door, and it was 4 o'clock, and I'm like, wow. And then you started to edit, so I just decided I thought that was more important than going to the store and stuff like that. So that's why this vlog is kind of us just sitting around, but as you can tell, we're having a good time. It's just really hard to vlog while you're crying, like crying. It's really hard to vlog. So
serious.
So that's what we're doing. Is we're trying to finish off this first video for from the other day, and I think we'll get back to it and give Anne a chance to breathe.
This is almost said it. Do you have to beat me out?
Maybe.
I didn't say the whole word though.
I haven't done that in a while.
Sworn?
Beep.
Oh.
Not me. Other people.
Oh.
I don't remember how to use the actual bleep, but the way you bleep people out is you can... They'll use a beep, which there's a way to do it, but I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just...
Cut it out?
Take the audio out.
If you have... room tone...
That helps.
You would take the bleep out and put room tone in?
Yes. Instead
Instead of a totally vacant...
Right.
No sound at all.
Right.
Like, where did it go?
Even if it's off, it still sounds better than nothing. If you go into any room in your house, if you just listen, so we'll do that here for a minute. Let's listen.
The most obvious thing that might be heard is the clock ticking.
Right.
But I can also hear the fan of the computer.
Right, and if you listen, if you were to play it back and listen to it, you would hear other things that
like
you might not hear.
Vehicles going by and...
Yeah, exactly.
Creaking chairs and...
Exactly. So what room tone is basically when they shoot a film or television, there's people in the room, so there's different noises like...
Clothing rustling and
clothing
breathing,
rustling and
coughing.
breathing and...
I'm guilty.
like, you know, the guys will have like
keys,
pouches on and stuff like that, and sometimes that stuff makes a little bit of noise. And so what they do is they capture, you know, anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute of just what they call room tone or room noise. And so when they're piecing this together, when they're putting it together, what they do is they take that room tone and they'll apply it into different places that might have to be filled out or whatever. It's just because it sounds like the room did or the location that it was shot in.
Mm-hmm. ADR is... Anyway, it's when the actors are not in the place where it's shot and they do their dialogue, and then they'll add room tone to that to make it more realistic to the shot.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't sound as canned, right?
So if we're like out on the street doing a shot that we can't use the sound for, and then we come in here and do our lines, we would need the room tone, quote unquote, from the street to make it sound real from using the room.
Exactly.
And there's no ticking clock outside on the street, so that would have to be somehow quieted by taking the battery out.
So what Anne was just talking about with unplugging the battery from the clock or whatever, what it's called in the sound department is, any department on a movie, they'll say if we own the location, which means that we have access to mechanical systems, freezers, fridges, things like that. When we have control of those systems, we can either turn them off, turn them down, control them so that they don't affect the takes. My boss would take his keys and he would put his keys in the freezer because we'd unplug the fridge usually, and that was to ensure that he did not forget to plug the fridge back in. So we'll go for lunch, we'll plug the fridge back in, we'll come back after lunch, and we'll wait for them to do all the setting and set up the shots. There's a lot of stylistic stuff that goes into movies, and so when you see the finished product,
the style through the whole movie matches up.
It's been styled like right from the beginning, like right from day one, from how it's shot to how it's processed, because that's it's just how they do it. As it goes through the end of the process, somebody goes through and actually tweaks every shot. Some of that stuff hasn't changed, like in the whole time of film. It hasn't changed. Like they're changing things now because of the way technology is. Like when I learned this stuff, when I learned television, like seeing the camera in a shot at all was a bad thing.
And or then, the boom, or
and then just as I started to really get into it, much music started to become a big thing, and then you started to see these VJs with the camera on their shoulder, which was totally against what we were taught, right?
For sure. You don't want to spoil the movie magic.
No, it's funny because it was all CGI. They don't realize the practical effects, which is what like George Lucas was famous for, and that's the stuff that's where the real money is.
It's fine.
Well, you think even what we're doing here, to do what we were doing here when I started, would minimum $100,000. And so basically for just over whatever $5,000 or whatever, I'd say like in the last 10-20 years I've invested probably $20,000 to $30,000 into this
equipment
over like a long period of time. But
so equipment is more affordable nowadays to the average person
compared to what it was. Like this, what we can do here would have cost upwards of $150,000.
And now people are even just using their cell phones to make movies.
Yeah, you can shoot a movie with a cell phone, and you're gonna get a decent quality because of all the other tools, the finishing tools that we have. And so that's why a lot of independent people are doing that, because there's people making lenses for them. There's kits now that it's crazy. There's just so many options now. You can buy devices that you can link to your cell phone. You just go right to the device. We should get back to this.
And food.
Yes.
We need to feed ourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
And we had something to eat. Now we're both kind of like, I don't know. I'm almost ready for sleep. Are you?
Just about.
So I think we're gonna wrap this up here. I have to do. Drivers.
Wait.
What?
You have to give me a chance to talk too.
Alright, okay.
I wasn't done vlogging for the day. As I was saying, that is dirty. Squirrel! It's time. I'm doing that pausey thing again. I say something, pause, say something else, pause, say something else, pause. Itchy head, time for bed.
At least you're not doing that throat thing that you do. That. It's like...
I didn't build up my phlegm enough yet, okay? I had to smoke a little while ago.
We're gonna talk
It's
about.
not a dirty thing. It's my biological function. That sounds dirty too.
I didn't say it was dirty. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Welcome to our weird little world of Darcy and Anne. We spend a lot of time together, can you tell?
No. Whatever gave you that idea?
We're attached at the lips. Hi there. Honey,
Hi
I'm
there.
home.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe below. If you like the video, thumbs it up.
And for the rest of you, we'll see you tomorrow. We're nuts.
But our nuttiness is compatible with each other's nuttiness.
Let's not scare them off. Turn it off.
But there's many couples like us. Did you guys puke in your mouths a little yet?
And we'll say goodnight and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Kitty in the string.
No.
Stop it!
Are you crying yet?
Oh.